Jeremy Kyle has launched a blistering attack on Gary Neville, branding the ex-footballer's comments about angry, middle-aged white men an absolute outrage. The Talk TV host erupted during his show on Monday, slamming the ex-England defender's video in which the former Manchester United star criticised flag flyers following last week's Manchester synagogue attack. Neville had posted a clip on social media explaining that he had taken down a Union Jack at one of his development sites, saying the flag was being used in a negative fashion. He claimed division in Britain was mainly created by angry, middle-aged white men who know exactly what they're doing. But Kyle, 59, furiously hit back live on air, saying Neville had no right to lecture others about patriotism or class. "I'm sorry, I know I tell you every week I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna be calm," he began, before unleashing, "We're being told that we're being turned against each other mainly by angry middle-aged white men who deem it okay to put up flags. I'm not gonna sit here and say stick to football, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but why am I surrounded by people like Neville who have made millions on the back of working class people, people they're supposed to represent, people they're supposed to respect?" Jeremy then blasted the footy ace for ignoring what he called real division in the wake of the Manchester terror attack that left 2 Jewish men dead. Does he actually believe that middle-aged white men raising flags is causing division in this country? He said. 3 hours after those poor Jewish people on Yom Kippur were murdered by the terrorist called jihad. A protest march not 3 hours later, not a mile away, with people waving Palestinian flags and shouting obscenities, but Gary Neville wouldn't mention that, would he? But if you stood up and said it's disgraceful that these people are marching and inciting violence, people like Neville would say, oh but it's unfair. But it's alright to attack middle-aged white men. The former talk show host didn't hold back, adding, "I tell you what Gary Neville, do 2 things, take your fortune and give it to every immigrant and every group that you think isn't treated well in this country, do that, but you won't, will you? Or go and live somewhere, you numpty, where there are immigrants on the streets and where your teenage daughters might not feel safe, rather than behind the gates of your massive mansion in Chester." Kyle ended the fiery segment by calling Neville's remarks an absolute outrage. Neville's comments came a day after the deadly synagogue attack in Manchester, which left 2 worshippers, Adrian Dalby, 53, and Melvin Kravitz, 66, dead. The attacker, named by police as Jihad al-Shami, was shot dead at the scene. The former England defender has since defended his post, saying he was calling for unity, not division, and urged people to check themselves before spreading hate.